The Law of Jante, Norwegian, Janteloven, Jantelova, Icelandic, Jantelögin, Swedish. Jantelagen is the description of a pattern of group behaviour towards individuals within Scandinavian communities that negatively portrays and criticises individual success and achievement as unworthy and inappropriate. The Jante Law as a concept was created by the Dano-Norwegian author Aksel Sandemose, who, in his novel A Fugitive crosses his tracks, identified the Law of Jante as 10 rules. Sandemose's novel portrays the small Danish town Jante, where nobody is anonymous, generally used colloquially in Denmark and the rest of the Nordic countries as a sociological term to negatively describe a condescending attitude towards individuality and success. The term refers to a mentality that emphasizes individual effort and places all emphasis on the collective, while discouraging those who stand out as achievers. Definition: there are 10 rules in the law as defined by Sandemose, all expressive of variations on a single theme and usually referred to as a homogeneous unit. You are not to think you're anyone special or that you're better than us. The 10 rules state, you're not to think you are anything special. You're not to think you are as good as we are. You're not to think you are smarter than we are. You're not to convince yourself that you are better than we are. You're not to think you know more than we do. You're not to think you are more important than we are. You're not to think you are good at anything. You're not to laugh at us. You're not to think anyone cares about you. You're not to think you can teach us anything. These 10 principles or commandments are often claimed to form the Jante's shield of the Scandinavian people. In the book, the Jantes who transgress this unwritten law are regarded with suspicion and some hostility, as it goes against the town's communal desire to preserve harmony, social stability and uniformity. An 11th rule recognized in the novel as the penal code of Jante. Bullshit. Perhaps you don't think we know a few things about you. Present. Sandemose wrote about the working class in the town of Jante, a group of people of the same social position. He expressly stated in later books that the social norms of Jante were universal and not intended to depict any particular town or country. It should be understood that Sandemose was seeking to formulate and describe attitudes that had already been part of the Danish and Norwegian psyche for centuries. Today, however, it is common in Scandinavia to claim the Law of Jante as something quintessentially Danish, Norwegian or Swedish. Later, the meaning of the Law of Jante was extended to refer to personal criticism of people who want to break out of the social groups and reach a higher position in society in general. The Law of Jante has been used as a partial explanation for why social democratic policies have been more successful and widely accepted in Scandinavia than in other parts of the world. Critical view.